Get ready to witness poker's ultimate showdown of egos, meltdowns, and mind games. We're diving into the most outrageous moments from Phill Hellmuth, the undisputed poker brat. Known for his fiery temper and larger-than-life personality, Hellmuth has made a career out of being poker's most infamous villain. But what happens when the tables turn and he faces a challenger who just might outdo him at his own game? Stay tuned to find out. It's Phill Hellmuth like you've never seen him before. Tony G stirring the pot. Our opening clip proves that with Tony G, the action starts long before the cards are dealt. As the players banter between hands, Tony G expertly needles Phill Hellmuth with a mix of playful jabs and sharp quips. Acting like a friend while simultaneously declaring his intent to dominate and destroy Phill, Tony is setting the perfect psychological trap. Without even looking at a single card, Tony is already under Phil's skin, laying the groundwork for a series of explosive moments.
You've got some chips.
That was a good read.
He's got like 70. How much you got?
I lost. No, I bluffed Phil. It didn't work. At least he didn't have aces, right? I'm gonna clean you out. I'm gonna clean you out, baby. I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna wipe you out.
Keep sticking 8,400 in with Jack 10 offsuit when you're.
I will do it.
100 stack. When it's 8.4% of your stack, it's not even like 6%.
I would have busted you. Don't worry.
You would have busted me. You feel good. I love you. You're the best, Phil.
You guys are the best.
I have to clean you out every time I play with you. I love it. Oh, I'm gonna put you so badly. I hope you got lots of rebinds.
You're the worst player at the table. You don't
I
even
love
know it.
to be the worst player.
That's
but
what I
have
love.
the most fun.
I'm going to wipe you out, Tony says with confidence. Love him or hate him, you have to admit Tony G knows how to create a spectacle. His ability to teeter on the edge of going too far makes him one of the most entertaining personalities in poker. This exchange is just the appetizer. Stay tuned, because the main course of Phill Hellmuth blowups is still to come. The art of the needle. In this iconic poker showdown, Tony G and Phill Hellmuth deliver exactly what fans expect: chaos, strategy, and unrelenting needling. Tony G, the ultimate wild card, comes prepared with his signature mix of skill and showmanship. He's not just here to play, he's here to take all of Phil's chips, and not just for the money, but to humiliate him.
Raises to 3,000. Tony G calls, so does Phill Hellmuth. The loose cannon Ernest Wiggins gets rid of his hand. And the straddler calls.
This is a good opportunity to, if I could win this pot, I'd be de-steamed
This is
in
the
one hand
exact
from
situation where you won with ace-3 of spades, except you limped and he raised.
Nice read, Phil. I guess he's been getting life coaching from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
3-king-10 on the flop, goes check, check, check over to Tony G. He bets 7,000.
Betting his flush draw. Hellmuth calls with top pair.
Daniel folds.
Deja vu. Deja vu. Look at that, Daniel.
Bottom pair not good enough for Phil.
That's sick.
Down to 2 players on the turn, which is the 6 of diamonds. A check by Hellmuth. Bet of 25,000 by Tony G.
Tony G's bet is a thing of beauty. Whether it's a calculated bluff or a setup for his outs on the river, it's clear he's firing on all cylinders. This isn't just poker, it's psychological warfare, and Tony is playing to win on all fronts.
Deers. Now, even though Tony has bupkis right now, he does have 12 outs. If Phil calls, Tony could still get there. Don't forget, young Padawans, Phil's a Jedi now, and he can dodge bullets, even with the blast shield down.
Well, I guess he's folding now, because I think Tony saw his hand.
Yeah, when Tony sees his hand, it's harder from the call.
Phil folds.
These aren't the cards you're looking for.
Good, you showed bluff, Tony.
Folds the best hand.
Nothing to show.
You can show it. I had King Jack.
See the river, please.
Lord, he folded top pair.
Both Phil and Tony G are being incredibly honest about their cards here. They have decided to go for maximum pain and see what the river would have been, even though neither of them showed their cards.
I would have missed.
Would you say you would have missed?
I love Tony G.
I would have missed. I believe him too.
I don't.
I'm with Phil.
It's fun, more fun to believe him.
It's more fun to guess what if I should have showed one card, there'd be no mystery. Now it's like, you know, I could have had something, I might have had nothing.
Good laydown, Phil.
Thank you, Doyle.
Remember the hand? Check him out.
Phill Hellmuth's frustration is written all over his face. While he tries to keep his composure, the cracks are starting to show. Tony G's antics are undeniably getting under his skin, and his over-the-top reactions are part of what makes this pairing so electric. You can almost feel the build-up to a classic Hellmuth meltdown. Enjoying the Hellmuth meltdowns? Then you best subscribe and ring that bell. Ace from space. The stage is set for another unforgettable clash between Phill Hellmuth and Tony G in this electrifying hand. Before the cards are even dealt, it's clear Phill is not having a good day. Tilted and visibly frustrated, Hellmuth sits with his hat on backward, a rare and uncharacteristic move that signals just how deep in the hole he is. Facing off against the ever-antagonistic Tony G, this hand becomes yet another chapter in their legendary rivalry.
Big slick for Tony G. Raised to 2,200. Pair of 9s for Phill Hellmuth.
Phil's 3-bet many times with worse hands than this. I'm guessing we're going to see a raise.
Making a stand.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a stand here.
You don't have the guts to raise.
I love the Tony G Phil Hellmuth
You don't have
show.
the guts, you know
guys
that.
make me happy, you know? I only want to picnic with you two guys.
Phil knows he's supposed to raise. He also knows it's pot limit pre-flop, so Tony probably won't fold.
I'm gonna raise it up a little
Whatever,
bit.
hand here.
5 more.
To 7,200. Lock folds.
Hand radar strong. You know?
I make it whatever, I make it 25.
Way too much history between these guys in this game this week for Tony to just call with ace-king.
The hand kicks off with both players holding strong starting hands. Tony G wastes no time asserting dominance, confidently firing a $25,000 pre-flop raise. Phill finds himself in a tricky spot, weighing his options against Tony's relentless aggression.
There you go, enjoy that one.
Phill has just over 46,000 left.
You're pot committed.
Phil's definitely not pot committed.
What can I have here?
He said, yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I have you here.
That one. Get it in.
Priceless.
Push it in.
The pump fake,
Okay.
it goes for it.
Quick call.
I got a pair of 9s.
All right, so it's a flip.
Ace-king, you missed pair of 9s. Wow.
Just one time?
Some gambling.
Good luck to both of you
You guys
guys.
are running it once?
Once.
One time.
this is your
all
hand,
the
though.
cheese. Hellmuth could end up a winner
Yeah, you double up here. You're a
on the
winner.
big game. Very possible here.
Tony makes his intentions crystal clear. They're running it just once. No room for negotiations, no mercy. Tony is in full control, applying maximum pressure and making sure Hellmuth feels every ounce of it.
Try that. I'm happy if Phil wins. I'm happy for you. That's the best you could do.
It's the best you could do.
Tony G's been waiting for a chance to knock out Phill Hellmuth all week long. To the flop, Jack 5 tray.
Safe.
Oh, there's
Safety.
2 aces burned, I think.
A 9 would be good.
A 9 would be
A diamond is good no matter
safe.
what.
Very safe. There's nothing
I'm
to
not
worry
safe
about.
yet.
Nothing to worry about.
9s are holding so far.
Diamond, yeah, that could get you.
On the turn, a 5 of clubs.
Too easy. You've got it.
Okay, now I want insurance.
I'll give insurance.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Insurance is a side bet where you basically bet on yourself losing the hand.
Well,
Wait, hold on. I'll take it for 12,000 or whatever. I'll give you 10% juice.
All right, to 12,000, you got 10% juice. Let's go.
Yeah, so I could win 40
I've
or
got
50 or
10%
60
juice.
or whatever. Yeah, 12,000 is what you would win. I would win a lot more.
The river card. There's Tony's ace.
Ice from space.
And then it happens. An ace on the river. You'd think Hellmuth would explode in fury, but in a surprising twist, he remains calm. Why? Tony G had offered a bit of insurance earlier, promising to split the pot if an ace or king landed. For once, Hellmuth escapes the blow-up we all expect, finding solace in the rare generosity of his nemesis.
Okay, so 12,000. Yes, I finally won an insurance bet on high stakes.
Minus 10%. We'll work it out by the end of the show.
This hand is a perfect example of why poker fans love watching these two titans collide. It's got everything: bold personalities, high stakes, plenty of table banter, and a river card that changes everything. While it's not Phil's most explosive meltdown, the dynamic between him and Tony G is pure entertainment. Don't go anywhere. There are plenty more fireworks ahead as these two continue their battle for poker supremacy. He's got a 9. The ongoing rivalry between Phill Hellmuth and Tony G delivers yet another unforgettable moment, where both players loosen up their starting ranges and dive into the action with less than premium hands. But don't let the marginal holdings fool you. This hand is destined to explode into one of the most entertaining blow-ups you've ever seen.
Tony G.
All right. I raise it 1,000.
Raises 1,000 with 5 high. Quick re-raise by Phill Hellmuth.
Bizarre small re-raise from Phill Hellmuth.
Ernest Wiggins is out of the way, so too is Daniel.
Things can get nasty at the end, right? The river was wild.
It's a bizarre raise because Tony's definitely not folding.
6-9-4 on the flop.
Check.
Goes check, check.
Now Hellmuth checks top pair.
2 pair now for Tony G. Bets 4 grand. Phill calls.
Looks like Phill may have been trying to set a trap with top pair of 9s. Now calling with the worst of it, may have trapped.
At first glance, this hand seems like it's going nowhere. A small pot in a high-stakes game with nothing extraordinary on the surface. But if you know these two, you know better. Fasten your seatbelts because Phill Hellmuth is about to lose it in spectacular fashion.
Trapped himself.
Please.
And Tony makes a full house on the river.
10.
Call.
That's 10 grand. Phill calls.
Call.
Sees the bad news.
He has a full house.
You didn't raise?
At least maybe we'll get the blow up we're all waiting for.
I know you got a flush.
The 9. This guy's raising.
He's got a
raising.
9. You try.
Explosion's about to happen.
Bring the try.
Phill shows a 9 and gets up from the table in disgust. At this point, though, he should be more disgusted with himself and the way he played the hand than at anyone else. Either way, prepare for a blast-off.
It needs a try. You can't drive a bike.
God, it's extraordinarily. Just so unlucky. I'm really getting sick of this. 4-5 offsuit.
Please. The game all evens out.
Bottom pair against top pair. Bottom pair against top pair.
Come on,
Where he's going to pay me off another 7,000-8,000. But no, he fills up and wins 14 for me.
You're a disgrace to the game.
What do you come up with?
And just when you think Phill might cool off, Tony G delivers a verbal jab that's so ridiculous, it's downright brilliant. It's the kind of insult that ensures the pot isn't the only thing exploding. Phil's temper is about to go nuclear.
That.
I'll tell you, can I tell you one thing, Tony? Can I tell you one thing?
No, you're a disgrace.
Can I tell you one thing or not? Or are you just going to interrupt me? Because if you interrupt, go ahead. I just won't say anything. But I think you want me to talk, right?
Why don't y'all book each other?
I just want to.
I offered him 2-1. He didn't want to do it.
I just want to tell you something, Tony.
2-1. Yeah. I offered it to him. He said.
You offered me what?
I offered to book you.
Hey, Tony, let him. He's not. You see it.
Phill Hellmuth wants the floor. Speak, Phill.
Enter Daniel Negreanu, the unofficial Phill Whisperer. Daniel, with his usual calm demeanor, knows better than to engage or argue. He insists that Phill have the floor to vent, understanding that resisting only drags out the inevitable. It's a masterclass in handling poker's most volatile personality.
Can I tell you something now, Tony? Or I mean, can I say a word? I mean, I can say it. Okay. No, I want to tell you the truth. You just hate being told the truth. That's what you hate.
Tony, let him talk. I want to hear. I'm curious.
Can I tell you one thing? I wish that I weren't a bad loser sometimes, but it's 10 times as bad to be a bad winner. And you're a bad winner, my friend.
Isn't the world made up of all kinds of people?
80,000 in the grotto. He's stuck right now.
He's actually losing.
I'm losing 100,000.
He just rubbed 4-5 in my face and told me how bad I played and whatever, and I'm a disgrace. That's a bad winner. You say what you want to say.
Action continues at this table of friends.
It's working.
You want to defend that going record?
Doyle Brunson calls the straddle.
He's losing. You're about even. He's losing for real.
And what a rant it is. Hellmuth doesn't just vent, he goes on a tirade that spans multiple hands. If this isn't his most over-the-top blow-up, it's certainly one of the longest. Make sure to like and subscribe to catch all the wild poker meltdowns, insane river cards, and legendary wins we've got lined up. Thanks for tuning in.